start by loosening the two T40 Torx screws holding the grab rail. Loosen and remove. So as you said, these bolts will not be used, so you will need to put them aside if you want to put the bike in the original configuration. So they're both the same size, so you don't have to worry about labeling them. If you ever need to go back, they're all four of them at the same size. Okay, then we will grab a bolt number 3 from the list. A washer. The washer will go onto the bolt, and then this bracket, the smooth side goes on the outside, also if you want to call it smooth, but there is an area that protrudes outside the back that faces the inside of the bike. So the flat side goes to the outside. Put that roughly here. Put a little Loctite on, which I didn't prepare. As per the instructions, Loctite is recommended, blue Loctite. So a dab on the screw, bracket in place, and just tighten it with your fingers. Don't over tighten it until the very end when the rack goes in. So just finger tight. Do the same for the other side. Now this uses a longer bolt, the back, because it needs to come out, a washer. So not a washer, a spacer, and of course the washer. So we will put bolt and the washer, then the spacer goes behind this bracket, and then the screw goes through. So you can assemble it like that, put a little bit of a Loctite on the end, maybe too much, and then same, just finger tight. So you can move it around as required. So just a finger tight, so you can still move both of them around. Okay, the next thing is to mount this L-shaped bracket. Again, the flat side goes to the outside of the bike. The area of the bracket that sticks out a bit, protrudes out, goes to the back of the bike. So the bracket goes into the two holes on the back of the side stand. You are using the two screws. The shorter of the two goes to the back, the longer goes, or to the front of the bike, I guess, and the longer goes to the back of the bike with a spacer. So I'll show you that. Again, get your tools ready. So what you will need for this is you will need a 5mm Allen key. So what we'll do is we'll secure the rear first. So all the rear shorter bolt, all it needs is a washer. Go through the bracket. Put a little bit of Loctite into the screw and finger tight. So don't tie it all the way because we need to put the spacer and the one in the back. So again, the longer screw washer goes in, and then the spacer goes in between the bracket, the spacer in between the bracket and the side stand. So feed the screw bolt through, put the spacer in, a little bit of a Loctite, and finger tight. Again, even the instructions say do not fully tighten everything, just leave it loose, leave all of that loose, because we'll need to fit the Pro side carrier. That's it in terms of the brackets. It's pretty simple. I'll show you how to mount the Pro side carrier now, and then just tighten everything up. So it's actually a pretty simple process. Before installing the Pro side carrier, we need to mount these locking pins, and they come with a washer. So the pins that stick out on the washer, I'm not sure if you can see that, let me see. These pins that stick out on the washer need to go on the outside, like this, before we push it in. But don't push it in until you feed this locking nut through the rack first, and then the washer, locking washer, will go over the top, or clip in over the top. So let's do that first. So feed it through the rack like that. It just falls through, and then grab the washer with the bent side, or the little pins that are bent sticking out, and then just push it. Needs a little bit of force over the top, and that will hold the pin in place. And just repeat that for all four. So the second one, very specific little washing. 3 and 4. That's it, done.